This is Transition on Atlantic Television Network. 6th Division of the Nigerian Army says its operatives has killed 2 armed vandals involved in illegal oil bunkering during a gun duel and recovered 2 AK-47 rifles, while 18 suspects were arrested across various states in the Niger Delta region. Also, the Army said the troop destroyed 13 illegal refining sites, 7 boats, uncovered 8 illegal connection points, and impounded over 60 products across the region. The Acting Deputy Director, 6th Division Army Public Relations LT, Co-General Danjuma, who disclosed this in a statement issued in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, said the fate followed the Army's consolidations on the ongoing anti-illegal bunkering operations and had recovered numerous successes in the crude oil and gas-rich regions. The division's General Officer, Commanding Major General Jamal Abdulsalam, while commending troop for the successes recorded, reassured all that the divisions will continue to sustain ongoing operations across the Niger Delta region. Senior Staff Association of Electricity and Allies Companies has threatened to shut down power supply in the entire Eche local government area of River State over the brutal attack on its members, Borough Benjamin, by some residents of the area. The Deputy General Secretary, South East and South South, who disclosed this while speaking with newsmen in Benjamin, a staff of the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company, and the Occupational Health and Safety Officer of the association. In PHED Beta 2 area was attacked by electricity consumers while on official duty to check prepared meter bypass at the Diamond Estate along Shell Location Road in Umobelu 5HA. He said the incident occurred at the residence of a PHED customers due to the rampant cases of the prepared meter bypass customers in the system. And staff went on the route meters checking while was reportedly being shared in a bar into the area. The Deputy General said the woman got angry and pushed him down from the stool he was standing and was attacked by hoodlums. Douglas vowed that unprovoked attack on members during their resisted will leave no stone unturned until justice is seen to have been done to all. After months of intense politicking in Edo State, the Independent National Electoral Commission has declared Monday Okpeholo of the All Progressives Congress as the winner of the keenly contested Saturday, September 21, 2024 governorship election in the South State. Okpeholo scored 291,667 votes to defeat Asue Ighodalo of the People's Democratic Party, who got 2,477,274. Akmata of the Labour Party, who came a distant third in the race with 22,763 votes. 14 other candidates contested the seat but got less than the 3 frontline candidates. Kuta, the Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, MENA, in Niger State, declared the winner of the poll after a series of races. APC candidates cleared over 10 of the 18 local government areas, leaving the PDP candidates with marginal victory in over other local councils. The APC gained control in 2 of the 3 battleground senatorial districts in the state. Okpeholo, the Edo Central Senator, leveraged significant influence in the senatorial districts and joined forces with his colleague in the National Assembly from the Edo North, Adam Oshiomhole, to defeat Ighodalo, the anointed candidate of the outgoing governor, Godwin Obaseki. Okpeholo's victories could also be attributed to his allies with Danis Idosa, his running mate who is a federal lawmaker, and Obaseki and Strength Deputy Phillips Shuaibu. Former President Muhammadu Buhari on Sunday joined joined in congratulating the All Progressives Congress and the party's governor-elect in Edo State, Senator Monday Okpeholo. Buhari also, through his media aide Garbasha, who said he was hopeful that this historic electoral victory will enable both leaders of the incoming administration and the party that lost to work together to strengthen democracy and maintain the trajectory of the state's development. He commended the law enforcement agency for the efforts that they put in ensuring a peaceful election and the multitude of election officials who strive to improve their act with each election. Adamawa State Governor Amadou Fintiri says the Independent National Electoral Commission should be accused of violating the Electoral Act. Fintiri, who is the chairman of the Edo PDP National Campaign Council, disclosed this on Sunday during a press conference held at the party's Situations Room in Benin City, the Edo State capital. Said the PDP agents had been denying access to collation center, raising further questions about the transparency of the electoral process. Fintiri, who was flagged by the Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki and his Taraba State counterpart Agbokefas, called on INEC to follow its own rules and ensure that the elections results were collected fairly and transparently. The Adamawa governor also read out the figures from the party's collection agent, dismissing the claims that he announced the governorship election results. National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Abdullahi Granduje, has congratulated Monday Okpeholo for emerging as Edo's governor-elect. Granduje, in a statement by Mr. Godwin Olufo, his chief press secretary, on Sunday in Abuja, said Okpeholo's victory was well-deserved. He said the triumph was as a testament to the confidence the good people of Edo State had in the progressives' vision and leadership of the President Bola Tinubu-led APC administration. Granduje, while conveying the party's warmest felicitation to Okpeholo, stressed that his victory reflected the trust and hope placed on his leadership. He said the victory also reflected the hard work and resilience of other party members and supporters who ensure a free, fair and peaceful election. APC National Chairman expressed confidence that with Okpeholo's leadership, Edo was poised to witness unprecedented growth, peace and development that would transform the lives of his people. He stated the APC would support Okpeholo's administrations and work with him to ensure that the vision of a greater Edo was achieved for the benefits of all. As the Edo 2024 governorship election gradually wings to an end, the Nigerian Police Force, through the Deputy Inspector General of the Police, DIG, in charge of the election, Frank Mba, has announced a security strategy to ensure peace in the state. The announcement, which was contained in a statement issued on Sunday night by the Force Public Relations Officer Oluwumiwa Adejobi, came aimed the attention across Edo State over the possible winner of the election. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Police Force also called on citizens, especially residents of Edo State, to remain peaceful and law about their endeavors. The force, however, warned against any conduct by any individuals or group capable of disrupting the existing peace in the state, stressing that the security forces are prepared more than ever before to ensure continuous peace in the state. Akwa Ibom State Governor Humoino says the solution of the state This is coming after inherited all the commissioners except one commissioner for internal security and waterways and other aides from past administration, with some of them working with more than 3 administrations. Speaking while finding question from journalists in Uyo, the state cabinet to mark the 37th anniversary of a state creation, said would not come as a surprise to the commissioners who had given their time and energy to the development of the state, adding that though there were urgent need to jingle the system, which even the commissioners themselves were aware of, but in doing so, it shouldn't be just waking up in the morning and announcing a cabinet reshuffle. The governor also said he was looking for the right and appropriate time to have a and appreciate the commissioners and the board members for their contribution to development of the state. Nigerian Union of Journalists Abia State Council has condemned the high cost of petroleum motor spirits, leading to outrageous increase in the cost of transportation and goods. The union observed that the development has had civil servants and the state and the state's government to consider reducing the working days of civil servants who, according to the journalists, spend a large portion of their salaries on transport. The call was made at NUJ State Secretariat in Umuahia during the council's monthly congress, while in a 7-point communique signed by Victor Ndukwe, chairman, and Ike Ochukwu Onuobu, secretary, the Abia NUJ observed that reduction of working hours to cushion the effect of the harsh economic situation on the civil servants. The Congress, which appreciated governments for restoring free flow of traffic at Ghetto Moya, called upon relevant authorities to strictly monitor the activities of some members of the task force who are allegedly extorting tricycle operators. The Abia NUJ members also urged the state government to ensure the his modular refinery project and charge the new Abia State Commissioner of Police to sustain the improved security situation in the state. 80-year-old grandfather Pa Aremu Oshojobi has been arrested by the operatives of the law enforcement agency with 14 kilograms of cannabis. Joby confers to having been selling illicit drugs in the last 25 years, according to a statement on Sunday by the agency's spokesman, Femi Babafemi. He stated that the suspect got the drugs from Benin Republic. Babafemi also paid a total of 25 million pills of tramadol as opiate 3 times stronger than tramadol and 350,000 bottles of codeine-based syrup who recovered at the Tin Can Port Complex in Lagos. He added that the seizure of September 17 and 20, 2024 from the 3 containers that had been on the watch list following process intelligence. Similarly, Babafemi said the NDLA operatives in the Lagos on September 18 raided the 2 homes of the community leaders Shakayama of the Badagry West LCDA, Alhaji Bashir Mohammed Talba, where 226 kg of cannabis was recovered from his 2 wives and son. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has described the immediate past Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola, as a pride of the state and a man of integrity who served the judiciary methodologically and without blemish. He made this known during a special retirement prayers and Thanksgiving celebration held in Isai, in the Isai local government area of the state, in honor of the legal icon. Governor Makinde, represented by the Deputy Governor Bayo Lawal, said the Ariwola retirement was a cause for celebration while highlighting his commendable performances as a Justice of the Supreme Court. In her address, the Chief Justice of Nigeria and Chair of the occasion, Justice Kudarat Kekereke Kokun commended Justice Ariwolas as a good leader who positively impacted the judiciary. Earlier, the National Missioner of the Isejaba Group, Asheru Kolawale, urged the celebrant to be thankful to Allah for his unblemished tenure in such a prestigious position and encourage him to draw close to Allah and observe the 5 daily prayers as outlined in Islam. Fire has got a section of a University College Hospital in Ibadan, Oyo State, in the early hour of Sunday. Eyewitness said the fire broke out in one of the hospital's office on the 3rd floor of Southwest Ward 3. However, men of the Oyo State Fire Service who arrived at the hospital to put out the fire, which led to confusion in the wards as patients and their relations in the nearby wards were running around during the fire incident. Ogun State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Bolu Owotomo, has reinstated the commitment of the Dapo Biodun administration to increase food production while turning the state into the food basket of the nation. Owotomo urged the youth to channel their energy into productive ventures such as agriculture, stating that their contribution to achieving food security in the country, especially with the employment of modern technology. The commission, who was represented by the Petroleum Ministry, Kainde Doktoye, said the call became necessary during the graduation of 1,000 trainees from the Soilis Farm Laboratory in Oworo, located in the Ewokoro local government area of the state. Owotomo also said that the abundant fertile land and the adequate support of all stakeholders, Nigeria has everything it needs to feed its growing population and expect the surplus. Adding that for the 63 participants who are indigenous of the state, the government has made arrangements to support them with land seedings and other input, while also linking them to financial organizations that will assist them. All Progressives Congress has been declared the winner of a local government election held in Kwara State on Saturday. A statement released by the State Independent Electoral Commission Chairman Mohammed Baba Bolala said on Sunday morning that the ruling APC won all chairmanship and councillorship seats across the 16 local government council and 193 wards of the state respectively. 5 political parties, including the APC Allies, People's Movement, People's Democratic Party, Social Democratic Party, and the Accord Party, contested the local government election. The electoral process, which unfolded across the state's 16 local government areas and 193 wards, won all 16 local government area chairmanship position and secured all 193 councillorship seats. Former Commissioner of Water Resources in Kaduna State, Edward Paisi Masha, has emerged the new state chairman of the People's Democratic Party. Masha is also one-time special assistant to 2 ex-ministers of Finance and Aviation. Felix Hassan Hayat, who polled 2,123 votes to defeat his main challenger, while Comrade Juma Bello Saki got 285 votes, whereas former 3-time Commissioner of Information Adamo was elected Secretary unsupported. Unopposed, rather. The state's returning officer Tanko BG, who declared the results earlier Sunday morning at the Kaduna International Trade Fair Complex, charged both winners and losers in the contest to the party as the center of their motivation to serve and not their respective ambition to the deterrent of the party. In his brief remarks shortly after he was declared winner, Edward Marshall promised inclusive leadership, noting that he would reach out to aggrieved co-contestants towards a purposeful reconciliation and unification of the party in line with its quest to take over power in 2027. Kaduna State will be hosting over 2,000 athletes and officials for the Armed Force Games. And it is a trial exercise to select Nigerian team for the forthcoming African Military Games from September 24 to 28, 2024. The Africa Military Games is tentatively scheduled for November 18 to November 30, 2024 in Abuja with the theme Enhancing Military Cooperation in Africa Through Sports. The Director of Sports Defense Headquarters, Air Vice Marshal Abidami Marik, who disclosed this while addressing journalists at the Stallion Officers Maize Dialect Barracks, Kaduna, said the game theme Enhancing Military Professionalism Through Sport would feature 19 sports events including football, basketball, volleyball, and athletics. He said the objective of the games are to enhance military professionalism through sport as well as promote unity and camaraderie among military personnel and select the best athletes to represent Nigeria at the African Military Games. Marek also thanked Governor Obasani for graciously approving the use of Ahmadu Bello Stadium and Murtala Square while demonstrating the state support for the military, adding that the games are expected to boost the local government economy with other 1,600 athletes from the Army, Navy, and Air Forces engaging in various economic activities during their stay in Kaduna. Boko Haram terrorists have destroyed the Maturu-Meduguri 330 kV transmission line barely 3 weeks after it was restored. Security outlets Zagazola Makama disclosed this in a post on his X handle on Sunday, said the terrorists blew up the TCN infrastructure with improvised explosive device in the early hour of Sunday, and the development plunged Maiduguri and the surrounding environment into complete darkness. The incident is coming a week after TCN restored the line on September 4, 2024, following its earlier destruction by the terrorists, and the TCN is yet to officially speak on the latest incident. Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has called on President Bola Tinubu to promptly investigate the spending of millions of naira from the collected by Borno State since 2001, including the 816 million collected by the state between January 2024 and June 2024. A statement on Sunday signed by Serap Deputy Director Kolowale Oluwadare said suspected perpetrators of corruption and mismanagement of ecological funds should face prosecution if sufficient admissible evidence is found, and then any process of corruption should be fully recovered. Sarab also urged Tinubu to direct the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi and appropriate anti-corruption agencies to urgently identify and ensure access to justice and effective remedies for affected victim in the Borno State. Sarah further urged Tinubu to instruct the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, to collaborate with appropriate anti-corruption agencies to track and monitor the spending of the ecological fund by the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, while all 36 state governors, the 774 local government areas, as well as all emergency management agencies across the country funded through the ecological fund. Sarab also said there is a legitimate public interest in ensuring justice for the victims of Borno fraud and accountability for the spendings of the monthly ecological funds collected by the state through the Federal Account Allocation Committee, adding that the devastation in Borno highlights government obligation to promote and ensure transparency and accountability in the spending of ecological funds by all tiers of government and emergency management agencies. About 17 members of the Islamic State of West African province were drowned while attempting to cross the river along the Nigeria-Niger Republic border. According to the counter-insurgency expert Zagazola Makoma, said the incident occurred between the Kafeto and Bulebulin Yarden communities in Yobe State, adding that the insurgents were en route to Tam village in Niger Republic near the Kamama settlement in the Yobe when they were caught by strong water currents and swept away. Makama said the fighters had been displaced from key bases including Bolabrin Garden, Getirami, and Difan, all along with Nigeria-Niger border regions. ISWAP has been involved in insurgency activities across Nigeria northeastern region and has come under increased pressure from the Nigerian military operations in recent months. You're watching the transition on Atlantic Television Network. We return after this break.
The people of Maiduguri need your help. A catastrophic flood has engulfed the city, leaving over 1 million residents stranded and fighting for survival. Entire communities are submerged, with people trapped inside homes and on rooftops cut off from food, clean drinking water, and essential supplies. Health experts are warning of a potential outbreak of deadly diseases, and medical facilities are out of commission. The situation is dire. Helicopters, boats, and high-riding trucks capable of navigating the treacherous, waterlogged areas are urgently required to reach the countless men, women, and children still awaiting rescue. The Nigerian media is issuing a desperate plea to the government, humanitarian organizations, international actors, and citizens across the nation. Step in now, before it's too late. For more information on how you can help, contact Professor Usman A. Tar, the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Internal Security, Borno State, on 0809-233-3955. Every second counts.
This is powered by Atlantic Television Network.
people of Maiduguri need your help. A catastrophic flood has engulfed the city, leaving over 1 million residents stranded and fighting for survival. Entire communities are submerged, with people trapped inside homes and on rooftops cut off from food, water, and essential supplies. Health experts are warning of a potential outbreak of deadly diseases, and medical facilities are out of commission. The situation is dire. Helicopters, boats, and high-riding trucks navigating the treacherous water areas are urgently required to reach the countless men, women, and children.
This is a transition on Atlantic Television Network, and now the rest of our stories. Vice President Kashim Shettima has arrived in New York to represent Nigeria at the 79th United Nations General Assembly. A senior special assistant to the President on Media and Communication of the Vice President's Office in Kocha made this known in a statement on Monday. According to Nkocha, Shettima touched down at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York in early hour of Monday. He said that was received by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Taga, and Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Bosun Tijani. Others were the Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, Kashim, Nigerian diplomats, NU officials, and many others. Nkocha said As directed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Shettima would lead Nigeria's delegation to this year's UNGA. He added that the Vice President would deliver Nigeria's national statement and participate in various high-level meetings. Organization Ohanaeze Ndigbo has passed a vote of confidence on the Minister of Works, Engineer Davis Umahi, and his Federal Capital Territory counterpart Nyesom Wike ahead of the President Bola Tinubu's cabinet reshuffle. Ohanaeze said the confidence vote was conveyed after deliberate and resolute findings regarding the performance on the key minister within President Bola Tinubu's administration, adding that it's become imperative to judiciously assess and polite the commendable contribution made by the individuals. The group also advocates for blood-start representation from the Southeast by its factional Secretary General Okechukwu Isigurozo said the recent weeks the palpable among Nigerians, particularly Ndigbo, have been notably invigorated by the bilateral agreement formalized between the governments of Nigeria and China during President Tinubu's momentous diplomatic visit. He also said by the year 2024, he firmly believed that the Nigerian populace will witness the fruit of the ambitious project through the remarkable enhancement of roadworks by the ensuring durability and reliability for decades to come. More than 1,450 inmates across Nigerian custodial centers were granted amnesty between January and September 2024 as part of the ongoing effort to decongest the country's prison. The move follows a border campaign that began in November 2023 when the federal government initiated the release of 4,608 inmates, primarily those held due to an inability to pay fines, and the initiative was supported by the 585 million naira raised through the Corporate Social Responsibility Direction from corporate bodies. In the first 9 months of 2024, several state governors and chief judges played key roles in securing the release of the inmates, while the governors of Borno, Nasarawa, Gombe, and Taraba states freed 96 inmates on New Year's Day. The NCOA spokesperson Omar Abubakar said the societal discrimination after undermined the rehabilitation process and pushed reform offenders back into crimes due to limited opportunities in the employment politics and civil rights, adding that in most communities, ex-offenders are stigmatized. It makes a mockery of the reformation that had undergone they undergo while in custody. And now to business reports. Central Bank of Nigeria says it has temporarily withdrawn the monetary credit, foreign trade and exchange policy guidelines for fiscal year 2024-2025 document. It said the revocation of the document is to minimize the risks of any further misinterpretation results in confusion among stakeholders, adding that the ex-parties of the policy document stated that the bank will sustain ways and means advanced to the federal government as a 5% limited for the fiscal year 2024-2025 was contrary to the bill passed by the National Assembly, which raised the maximum borrowing percentage in the act from 5% to 10%. Another controversial expert was the reinstatement of the cybersecurity levy, which was suspended earlier this year due to serious public backlash, while the CBN said the guidelines were misunderstood by some outlets as new policies when they are a complication of previously issued policies and directives effective until December 31st, 2023. He also said some policies mentioned in the guidelines have been reversed or replaced by newer updates, and attention of the Central Bank of Nigeria has been drawn to a certain instance of misinterpretation or misrepresentation of its binary publication on monitoring credit, foreign trade and exchange policy guidelines. The bank also said as a compendium of the previously issued policies and guidelines, the provision applied only to the extent that there have been no update or revision to the guidelines and policy contained and in its states explicitly in the document or guideline stakeholders. National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agencies has planned to improve environmental regulations in the petroleum sector by accrediting memoranda of understanding with industry operators and ensure that they align with the international standard. NOSDAR Director General and Chief Executive Chukwu Emeka Woke, who discloses in Abuja while playing host to members of the Clean Nigerian Association Board of Directors, said the visit underscored the agency's collaboration with ministry stakeholders to bolster environmental safety in oil spill detections and response. Walker expressed gratitude for the congratulatory message following his appointment and acknowledged the association's recognition of NOSDAR regulatory rule assured CNA that the agency will prioritize their requests and expedite the MOU process to ensure that the petroleum companies operate in compliance with global environmental standard. CNA's chairman, Dr. Adesina Sadek, who also served as the general manager of the Health, Safety and Environment as Seplat Energy, conveyed the association congratulations to Woke and highlighted the CNA's desire to deepen collaboration with NODARAS and move the MOU beyond paperwork to practical implementations. Sadiq also proposed that NOSDARA expand CNA's role in the biennial global initiatives for West, Central and Southern Africa Summit, advocating for broader regional participation in the oil spill response efforts, including in the Gulf of the Guineas, and called for the inclusion of the CNA board members and executive in future summits to enhance their engagement. Still ahead, international tidbits. China has urged its citizens in Israel to leave as soon as possible as tension between Israel and Lebanon's Iraq-backed militant group Hezbollah escalated. The embassy urged Chinese citizens in Israel to return home or relocate to safer areas as soon as possible. Israel and Hezbollah threatened on Sunday to escalate their cross-border attack despite international call for both sides to step back from the brink of all-out war. An Israeli airstrike in a densely populated Hezbollah stronghold in the southern Beirut Friday killed a head of the Hezbollah's elite Red One Air Force, Ibrahim Luke. It came after a series of the coordinated communication device blasts on Tuesday and Wednesday across Lebanon that killed 39 people and wounded almost 3,000, which were blamed on Israel. China last month asked its citizens in Lebanon to leave after Israel's strike in the country killed a senior Palestinian militant. Ibrahim Akluk was a high-ranking Hezbollah commander who was killed in Israel's strike on Lebanon's capital, Beirut. He led the Red One Force, a special forces unit tank with cross-border attack on Israel, and joined Hezbollah soon after its formation in the 1980s and climbed up the rank. The U.S. governor previously offered an anti-million-dollar reward for information leading to his capture over his role in the 1983 bombings of a U.S. embassy in the Beirut, which killed 63 people. He also oversaw an attack on the U.S. Marine Corps barracks, which killed 241 U.S. personnel. Eberhard described him as one of his great jihadist leaders and was injured in the Paga explosions before being killed in the Israeli attack on the meeting of the Hezbollah's commanders. Israel carried out their airstrike on target in southern Lebanon and said it has destroyed thousands of Eboha's rocket launchers, while the UN has warned the region is on the blink of the imminent catastrophe as fears of all-out war continues. And that's the size of the package. Thanks for joining us. I am Immaculate Irikana. Join us on all our media platforms, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X Atlantic TV Net. Also watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. Remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress.
The people of Maiduguri need your help. A catastrophic flood has engulfed the city, leaving over 1 million residents stranded and fighting for survival. Entire communities are submerged